Hey guys, happy Sunday morning. A few little things. I have some finishing touches to do on this, and then it needs to be clear coated. I finished this up yesterday. I just need to clean the mirror behind it. But yeah, let me show you. Look at that! Isn't that pretty? And then it's got some detail down here at the bottom too. So honestly, it needs to be clear coated. I'm trying to figure out what color to do the handles. They're kind of an antique color. I don't know. I kind of think, I was thinking maybe white because of the pops of the flowers. Let me know what you think. So much to do today. I have my tea. This is my second cup. Shiva, get out of there. Come on. Honey, put some seed down where Shiva's been digging up. And do you guys have these? Oh, they're so annoying. Look at them coming up. They don't even care. All right, let's check out the studio. I have this milk can I've had for a while, and I was really hoping to put a transfer on it. But the transfer that I have is too big, and if I cut it, I wanted to put that milk one on there. If I cut it, I don't think it's going to look right. It's going to look cut. So I've got some stuff over here to get started on. I'm going to get me some Jamie Ray vintage video from last night going. Yeah, so I'm going to get busy. And I'll catch up with you guys as the day progresses. Let's look out the window real quick. It's a cool fall morning. We got a little bit of water going. It's moving. I like it better when they've got the waterfall open completely up the way there. But in the winter they shut it off, so there won't be any water in there, but there will be snow in there. Really good look at this gorgeous sewing machine that made me break my foot.
That what?
Made me break my foot. That is going to the work building. I very easily convinced my husband that all the things that needed to be repaired need to be moved to his building. And looky here. That's what's happening. I love it. I'll move that. Look at that. Okay. It's Monday. It's early. It's about 7:15. I gave Honey a kiss and said I'm going to work. We had a little, I'm sure you noticed there weren't a lot of videos yesterday. We had a little disagreement. We are not Jamie and Zeb. You know, you guys, I think, know that Honey works 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 when they make him. Got my whiffy cup. He had told me he was going to watch his game yesterday, so I figured after his game, I could get him to paint some. Well, he's like, okay, game's over. What do you want me to paint? I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be fun. I want it to be an endeavor that we're both doing together. That, yes, it's work. I mean, but we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to be under anybody's thumb. We're under our own thumb. And right now, we are under the gun because He came out here last night. He's like, we got a whole bunch of stuff ready. It's all ready. I'm going to start loading it into the trailer. I'm like, no. Most of the stuff has to get clear coated. It's done being painted. It needs to be clear coated. He's like, well, what's ready to go in the trailer? I'm like, the two pieces in the very back, the black Gothic dresser and the blue vanity. He's like, that's it? I'm like, yeah. I got a bunch of smalls that are done, but yeah, the rest of this stuff all needs to be clear coated. So then there was an explosion of, I don't have enough time for this and blah, 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 blah. I'm just being honest with you guys. That's what happened yesterday. So after, I'll be honest, many hours of that, we finally came to this meeting of the minds that it's not this that makes him upset. It's that. His work, how they treat him. He thought once that he became the manager, because before he was a service manager, now he's the general manager. He thought things would be better. And then he also had a manager above him, like a district manager, that was a terrible, mean, horrible manager. And they fired him. And he was like, yes, things are going to get better now. It's going to be awesome. I know the new general manager. I worked for him. He's awesome. Well, guess what? He came in and it's gone to his head too. And therefore he's being a jerk. There's never any attaboys. You know, you got to give people attaboys. Even if you got to tell them negative stuff, you got to tell them something good. Something good for everything you got to say that's negative. And there's none of that. There's none of that. And he's miserable and he hates it. And I have told him many times, please start looking for something else. We've talked about Home Depot. I was like, I don't care if you make less money. I just don't want you to be miserable. I don't love grooming dogs anymore like I did in the beginning, but I don't hate it. And I don't hate going there. The only reason I hate going there is because that means I can't be here doing this, which is what I really enjoy. And not having to leave my home. That's what I really enjoy. Being able to create a livelihood at home. So, what I'm going to do today, I didn't get much painting done yesterday because there's too much fighting going on, until I finally was able to make him see that it's not really here. That's horrible. It's there. Anyway, it came to a meeting of the minds. It all worked out. But it was a stressful, unhappy afternoon. And I didn't get much done. And I probably look like hell because I cried a lot yesterday. And that didn't fix my hair. I went to bed with wet hair. But what I have today is my little journal. This is my little journal for all the stuff that we have at the mall, that we took to the mall. What we paid for it, what we invested into it, and what we're selling it for. And so, because we're going to take so much more to the antique mall, I thought, gosh, wouldn't it be great for me to take a break today from painting, because this is going to have to get done anyway, and I'm going to get started taking off the Goodwill tags or whatever the tags are that are on it, and tagging it with the tags that we got. They gave us this many. This is what they look like. Can't even see it. So, yeah, I'm going to start doing that this morning. probably just for about 2 hours. And then I'm going to go back to painting because reality is we got a lot to do. And I did make him understand too that although it seems like we have 4 or 5 pieces of furniture that need to be painted and that seems overwhelming, it's like big furniture is going to get painted quicker than a million smalls. Last week, we laid out a ton of smalls. You guys saw it in the video. Ton of smalls. And it's hard because you got to paint one side of them and you can't get all of it. You got to wait for it to dry and you got to flip it over. And I made him understand that big furniture is going to be quicker, easier. I take off the hardware. That's my job. He paints it. Then I distress it or do whatever I'm going to do to it, put a transfer on it, then his job to clear coat. But I told him, with furniture, you really have to clear coat right, that same day. You can't put it back in the building because it'll get bumped and it'll get chipped more. That are places that you don't want it chipped. Like this black piece I showed you guys, that piece is small enough that it's not that big of a deal, that it's not clear coated immediately. But this bigger stuff that we have to set stuff on and all of that, plus like something like a dresser, the top of it has to be clear coated 5 times. So you have to clear coat it dry, clear coat it dry, clear coat it dry, clear coat it dry, clear coat it dry. Because you're going to be setting stuff on it. It's got to have layers and layers of protection. All right, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to start doing this. But I felt compelled to let you know that we're normal people, that we don't film the disagreements, but they do happen. And, we still love each other very much. When you love somebody, you got to help them through the bad shit. And right now, he's going through a lot of bad shit because this is what I said. I said, you go to work all day and you come home carrying this burden of misery. And then what happens when you get home is that burden of misery just like pours off of you and spreads all over here. And then it's misery here. So anyway, that got corrected, fixed, understood, whatever you want to say. And off he goes to the nightmare place that he works. And here I am. So when I got ready, and one of the things he said was, well, you only work 3 hours a day. I was like, okay, you have no idea how many hours I work because you're gone. I said, I work approximately 10 to 5 every day. I used to, when I had a groomer, work 11 to 3, 11 to 4. But no, I said, now I don't have a groomer. So I'm working like 10 to 5. But when I get up in the morning, I start doing this. So I'm working. This is work. Right, guys? This is work too. It's just a different kind of work. It's not I have to drive somewhere and go to work. It's I come out here and start working. Okay. I'm sure you weren't expecting this week, were you? All right. I'm going to hush. I'm going to get started and I'll kind of show you my progress when I decide to stop doing this part of the job and go back to painting. Bye. I don't even know what time it is, but it feels like forever. I found out that doing this is pretty tedious. You have to write your vendor number, your SKU number, your description, your price on everything. And then I have to write down the same information and what we paid for it. And then I need to go in the house and Google some of this stuff and make sure it's not really valuable. I have this stack of stuff, which I've written in the book, but I have to go in and find out before I price it. And then I kind of gathered up a few more things that are things that don't need to be altered. on a couple things that I have altered that are clear coated, so I can start pricing that. It's pretty tedious. Ugh, my back hurts. So I may just, I don't know. I think I'm going to get tired of this and I'll go do something different for vintage. I really need to know what color you guys think that we should do the pony. Because to me, it could be very farmhouse. We could spray paint it black and then do the white chalk paint and distress. I think that's the best idea. But I think the other color that we could do would be an apothecary, which is this color. Or we could even do this gray color that's on the stripe. Apothecary is on that frame up there also. So I don't know. That needs to happen to go to the antique mall for sure. So put in your 2 cents. I was having such a hard time getting glue and stuff off of some of these pieces that I decided to throw them in the dishwasher and make it real easy to get the rest off. I broke a piece in the process, which kind of sucks, but I'm going to get these dried off, all the stickies off of it, and then I'll take my next step. I've got some soaking over here too. This is the sucky part of this type of job. In my, what do you call this, my paint studio. And I painted some things, skeleton key, and distressed them. I got those for $1 a piece at half price Saturday. This is something I've had for a while. I put the angel on there, and I'm going to do a dark wax on that so it looks hopefully very vintage and old. Painted this rooster, and the top of it's very colorful, so I'm going to distress back the color. I have a lineup. I did paint this rooster red and distressed it, and I'm going to put that stencil on it. I'm going to put that stencil on that. I'm going to adhere the keyhole onto the key rack. And then I have this stencil and a Jamie Ray cow, and I'm going to put on that. Finished up this. That needs to go out back to the building. I have this container, which I'm going to paint probably, I don't know, probably cream, and distress back those details. And then I have this wishing well, and I'm going to put the rooster on it, and I'm going to trim it out, and then I'm going to paint it. Don't know what color yet. So that's what I got going on here. Oh, and I'm going to stencil these barrels with mercantile. All right, right now I'm going to go in the house. I did hang this up. I got this at Goodwill a while back, and I don't know. I love it. And I love this one. And I love that one. And I love my clock. So, and of course I love my picture of me and Rihanna Banana. And all my glass bottles, which I may end up putting in the antique booth. We'll see. But I enjoy collecting them a lot. But anyway, here's my view today. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to start pricing the teacups. I forgot all about the teacups and the teapots that I have. So I'm going to go sit in the house and go on Etsy and see what people are getting for those. All right, I'll be back. Oh, somebody wanted to see stenciling, so I will try to set up to do a video while I'm stenciling. A lady down at Walmart picked this up. It was $15. Obviously, I'm going to paint the frame. It's plastic. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to paint, I don't know, I kind of like the flowers. What do you guys think? I kind of like them. But anyway, my idea was I was going to paint the glass, and then I was going to put a transfer on the glass, and obviously paint the frame. So I thought it was really pretty, and I thought it would be beautiful with the gold distressed back, and it was $15. So I have been having a really blah day, to be quite honest with you. Shiva, have you been having a blah day? So I did get the stenciling done, but I didn't do a video. I'm hoping she doesn't start barking. Honey had to fix the fence yesterday because she basically had knocked it down. Uh-oh. There's going to be barking. Okay, country kitchen. This rooster was natural wood, and I painted the edges white, and then I painted the rooster red, and I stenciled country kitchen on there. And then right here in this hole, I'm going to put some like twine or rope, what have you. I did a whole bunch of stuff yesterday. I did 2 of these. One has a pig. One has a cow. I did these little roosters. This little tote. I did the big rooster. There's a little rooster container. I did those candlesticks. And I did a whole lot of inventory. I stenciled the bushel baskets. I think they came out really good. They're not perfect, but I like it when they're not perfect. I really have this weirdness of not wanting the stencil to come out perfect. I stenciled this, and this is definitely not perfect either. But I think it makes it look more old, more authentic. So that's what's there. I have teacups and pots all over my craft table, and I have to get those labeled, priced, and everything tonight, so that I can start making some cards that I promised the lady I would do. I hope I can get in the groove of doing that, because I'm not feeling crafty. I did get this done, and I think I'm going to use a antique wax on this. I did not finish the wishing well today, but I did finish this, and I used a black wax on it. I don't know why it came out like that. The top, I think, came out real good. I'm probably just going to wax it again so I can just get it more even. But I think the top came out really good. So I was going to paint that today, but I'm tired. And I got to go do this whole teacup thing. I got this tray and this tray. So, I need to distress those, and then they're ready to go. Alright, guys. I'm going to probably shut down out here. Oh, you know what? I really wanted to get these put away. Maybe I'll do that. So, I'll see you guys in a bit.